right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. After all the hype, it's finally time for football as we're underway in Super Bowl 56. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Throwing on first is Wentz. He'll get this to Eckler. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Wentz going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
I prefer a defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl. Those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
It's definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
Here is Eckler. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Oh, shit.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
On defense, I got to get off the field on 3rd and 16, man. Dang.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. On 4th down, Trevor Daniel on to punt. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Going to give this time to the tailback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Mike, 180.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. That good for 19 and a 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Love. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Mayfield dancing to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I couldn't do it.
4th down, and on is Greg Joseph for the Browns field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. The kick by Joseph is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So still no touchdowns in the 1st half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. Wentz now on 1st down. finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Or give, Eckler running to the right. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he will find his man on the outside. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. On first down, Wentz. On the screen, this is Eckler. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Snap coming at 1. Now Wentz.
Yeah, Taki.
And down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Sione Taki. Able to get him for a loss of about 3. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz.
Taki, baby. Let's get in there.
Taki. His 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one or behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup. But I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking with the big behemoths starting to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. First down, Mayfield. Man open, that's Damian Ratley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. A gain of 3, second down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down. Play fake, Mayfield. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left, oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up, a live ball. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And with the clock reading zeros, he is into the end zone. What an exclamation mark to the end of this second quarter.
Indeed. Indeed.
We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only if they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return, where they didn't create a penalty. Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Browns drive about to get started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all nothing offensively in this game. Yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just take on break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. From the 44, Mayfield buying time to his left. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On first down, here's Love. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Mayfield now from the 50. Forced out to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Going on the ground with Eckler.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he's taken down
right past him, Mike.
But not before picking up the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still had the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Running on first down, Eckler. And an alley to run. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Austin Eckler, 57 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in. But eventually they got tired, too. And just as you noted, he broke out.
And it's a guy that usually you can only keep down for so long. Santos with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 31 yards there to first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Love. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go, get on the field. Slam. Alert.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield.
Oh my God, man.
Got tipped.
Throw
Got
the
to throw
fucking
everything
ball,
off.
Baker
It
Mayfield.
brings up 3rd.
You bunt?
Anytime a ball's coming in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Mayfield. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Jordan Evans drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. 4th down, and on is Greg Joseph for the Browns field goal. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. The kick by Joseph is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose, as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming. Show it up. Go.
Here's Wentz to throw. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run, and just lost track, and it cost him.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Pulled in at the 24. He takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
And a give this time to the tailback. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing, Mayfield, flushed out right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. The kick by Joseph is good. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Eckler. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. On the ground, it's Eckler. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Right there in the middle, 55. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to... Hey, C6.
To throw is Wentz. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trusting his quarterback and trusting his offense.
Still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for first and 10. It's a room to maneuver. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there in the final minute. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Joseph now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. Now Wentz. Open man, there's Malone. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Get the fuck out of here. Bullshit.
Here we go. Hey. 4 down. Shit. 82.
Wentz to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Shit. 57. Two. 55.
He's back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Back to throw, wins. Eluding the pressure right, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go, just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, box drop. 24 is the mark. Hey, run the screen. Got the screen. 81.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We can call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
The Browns drive about to get started. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. Got an open man. It's Rattling. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down. And a give this time to the tailback. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to him.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at that little drive brewing right here.
I'm trying to get a clear picture, but I'm going to get wrong, bro. Let me get my draft picks coming.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play will be blown up. Yardage back at the 38. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
I should have ran up the gut stand and cover 2 the whole fucking game.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Mayfield off the play fake. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A lot of efficiency here on this drive. Heck, this may be their best drive of the game.
Yeah, if they'd moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. Taking care of the ball, moving downfield, get themselves in a position to score and win this game.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he's in the end zone.
Congratulations, Mike-N-ike.
James White, you've got a new rival from best finish to a Super Bowl